Maestro,
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Well, the symphony is about to start a brand new year in the Majestic, and we're going to start off really welcome in a new year with Brahms.
Yeah, so our third festival is dedicated to the composer Johannes Brahms. And apart from all the other events we are doing, and we are cooperating with the other 19 organizations, we're presenting his full symphonic work, basically, his 4 symphonies and his 4 concerti, which is a huge undertaking, of course, because we're presenting all these works within two weeks or 10 days, basically, for the audience.
Well, as I said before we came on camera, it took him 14 years to 21 years, somewhere in there, to finish his first, and he started running.
Well, he was very self-critical. You know, he would destroy sketches if he doesn't like it. He would destroy entire movements and then entire pieces. So we don't know what he has burned before he has written the first symphony, actually.
So this could be his 3rd or 4th symphony.
I think there was enough material before then for other symphonies. But when Brahms finished a piece, it always had to be a masterpiece. And
he was so conscious of Beethoven.
That was his big shadow, you know, and it always has been his big shadow all his life. Mm-hmm. But he stepped out of this shadow and opened a new era and also finished this era of romantic music in a certain way.
Well, he starts off this first symphony with this very famous timpani, almost heartbeat type.
Very, very much so. It's a heartbeat. It's like a funeral march almost, this is really a symphony that goes from darkness to bright sunshine. And that's why I like to call it, you know, when you see the 4 symphonies and you compare it to the 4 seasons, it is a spring symphony. And spring is very uneven, you know. One day it's still snowing and it's dark and all of a sudden you have sunlight like in the summer. And I think you go through all these emotions in this symphony. It's a symphony full of love, and I think it also speaks of the love too.
Do you agree with Kirill, who called it Beethoven 10?
I think it was a compliment. It was meant to be a compliment. Of course, it sounds always like an imitation. You know, you're just, it's fake Beethoven. But that's I think what Bülow meant was, finally we have a composer who continues this great tradition. I think it was really meant to be a great compliment. But it has nothing to do with Beethoven. Well,
how wonderful that we're going to also enjoy the first concerto, piano concerto, that evening as well.
And that is a very early work, and the 19-year-old composer actually made with this composition his debut as a symphonic composer. And actually, if you really listen to the beginning of the first piano concerto, it's almost like a symphony with piano. I mean, it's the presence of the orchestra is so dominant, and the dialogue between piano and orchestra is so intense that it actually also is not like the classical type of a concerto anymore. It's far more symphonic.
Well, we're looking forward to this concert very much, and we'll see you there.
We'll see you there.